Good Sunday evening, everybody. It's Rob here, and we're just taking a look around the garden. The tobacco plant is like, look at that. I don't know if you can put my hand, but you can see how big that is. It's like a 3-foot leaf, and it's starting to flower, this one, as you can see. Now I got this idea that I could grow watermelon starting July 1st, so I planted seeds, and here we are, July. That's Blacktail Mountain. That's a quick variety, 70 days. I'm hoping the end of September. And then I got a volunteer cantaloupe. I'm not sure what variety this is, but it is a cantaloupe, and I don't see any fruits on this one particular yet. Here's the biggest tobacco plant I got, and just to let you know, these are Massachusetts wrappers. They're cigar wrapper tobacco. And you can see we're in full bloom. Looks good. And then the other ones are shorter, and I don't know why that is, but it could be because of that tree. But there you go. I don't smoke. It's purely decorative. And then we got this little bugger here. It's looking like it's going to flower. Yep, it is. Alright, and here are the cucumbers, guys. The leaves are a little bit chewed up, but I've been spraying them, and my wife has been spraying them with neem oil and Dawn dish soap in a gallon of water. 1 teaspoon of neem oil and 1 teaspoon of dish soap. And what will happen is the dish soap will break down the oil, the neem oil, and it won't congeal all at the top, because you know oil and water do not mix. So you put that in there, give it a shake, and then apply it. And it's worked very well. We've had cucumber beetles and stuff, and they're coming down. And then of course over here, other type of cucumber here. We just kind of like, you know, you couldn't get to the greenhouses this year very early because of the lockdowns and quarantines and stuff. So we basically started this whole garden from seed. And the other thing here is we got beans, and they're starting to go yellow, which is perfect. They've gone for the beige. And then we got our parsnips, which was an experiment from my wife. My wife did an excellent job, but we both screwed up a little bit because we should have germinated them first and then put them in those little toilet paper containers. Well, I promise you, we'll do a better job next year. Welcome back to the watermelon garden now. Here, I've had a lot of flowering. On this side, it's mostly male flowers. I fertilized 1 male flower today. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's down there somewhere. And anyway, just take my word for it. No, don't take my word for it, but you know what? I'm telling you the truth. It's there somewhere. I just haven't been able to relocate it. And over here, this one's stringing out. And then we definitely got a couple. I went and hand pollinated some here today in here. So I hand pollinated about 5. I've got 1 in here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. Playing hide and seek with my watermelon here. I don't really know. It's getting out of control. And then over here, you can see that one for sure. That's probably the biggest one I have so far. I believe that's a scaly bark. And I got some others. Another one over here. Another tobacco plant. And again, this one looks like it's starting to get ready to flower. Can't really tell. The vines are just coming out. I made some, maybe some mini mistakes here, but it'll all be okay. And we got a watermelon in there, all fertilized. And back in there, they tell me there are a few more. And then this here, I've yet to see any. I had 1 or 2 that I fertilized, but they didn't take. See if I can get a little closer view on this one. Nothing. So if you're out there, Ricardo, this is the state of my melons. So I've got about in here. I know I fertilized 1 here today. Right in here. Right in there. See that one right there? That one. I fertilized that one. And there's another one over here. Let me see. Well, It's somewhere around here anyway. A couple more tobacco plants in buckets. I'm experimenting with that. I put a little straw in there so the soil doesn't get nailed by the sun, and I don't have to water them as much. Basically, they're in shrimp compost and in cattle manure, straight up. Yep, so I think they're going to probably flower in about another month. And over here to the Cantaloupe Garden, I got two far north cantaloupe in that bucket, and then I've got the Petit Gris Rene, and you can see the Petit Gris Rene has fruited. You can see it over there, and you can see one down there. But the far north, that's the I love that one. See, it's just a tiny melon. It doesn't get very big. I got another one over there, you can see, and a couple more forming. I don't know if you can see it further down. If I can get there. There you go. And then there's one over there. I'm going to check and see the status of that one. It's kind of burrowed into the ground, so I'm going to get that one, dig it one out a little bit in case it rots. There we go. I fixed it up. There's one over there. Got another one forming here, and that's the far north. I did think that the Petit Gris Rene was going to take a little longer, and I was right. And in here we have another Blacktail Mountain watermelon, and that should do all right. And then Mystery Keeper tomatoes, guys. This is quite large for Mystery Keeper, but it was well fertilized. You can see the fertilizer down there. And there's some flowers on it already, which is, this is a tomato here that ripens from the inside out. And you can store it over the winter. I did that last year, but unfortunately the ones that I got had been touched by the frost. And they kept until about February as an experiment, but I don't think they were that palatable. I think by January you would have wanted to eat them by then. But we'll see what happens here. Another one of my Mystery Keeper tomatoes. And state of my jalapeno peppers. Everybody else's jalapeno peppers are way ahead, but my thinking was on this to start them late, because it gets really hot, as you've experienced maybe if you're from Eastern Ontario or Western Quebec. We had some incredible heat here, 36, 38 degrees Celsius, and the flowers will just drop. They won't stay on, so you have to mitigate that a little bit. And I just watered them, and you got to wait. And one of the things I did is start them late, so that I'll have a September. In October I will have peppers. Now, if you're saying, well, you know, it get frost by about the 13th of October in this area, and what are you going to do about that? Well, I just cover it with a polytarp and it's good enough. No issues. I don't worry about things too much. Anyway, and that's the Drunken Woman lettuce down there, and Brussels sprouts beside it. This has been Rob with your garden update. I hope you enjoyed the video, and take care, everybody. And Rob out for now, and stay safe and healthy, everybody.